I'll show you why.
Alright, shut up, 21 Pilots. Alright. Movie channel active again. Whoa, look at that. Actually using this fucking thing. Dusting it off. Not talking about no music. Not talking about any albums. Not while playing games. But not playing games simply for the sake of getting funny clips and entertainment. We are here to talk about a PTA film. A PTA film titled Punch Drunk Love. I don't even know if anyone's going to show up for this stream. This is me taking a gamble on going live at this time of night. I don't know if anyone's gonna be here, and I'm hoping people are here because this is gonna be entirely reliant on conversation. And oh boy, do I hope I get some. Let's see. No one's here just yet, so I suppose I'll throw us in a game real quick. Play Office. Actually, not played Overpass in a while. I fuck with some Overpass. I played Overpass talking about The Long Walk. I'll play Overpass talking about Punch Drunk Love. Why not? Oh, I'm not centered at all. But I gotta make sure I'm centered here as well. That should be fine. Just move myself over this way a little bit more. There we go. This isn't just going to be like a stream about Punch Drunk Love exclusively, by the way. We'll do some general movie talk. What's up, Shaden? Feels weird being on the movie channel, getting to just chat films. I love films. I think I'd be a better film critic than a music critic. Critic, by the way. I don't like calling myself that because I'm not one. I think I'm genuinely better at talking about films than I am about talking about music. But I just like music more, so I talk about music instead. No, Punch Drunk Love was a fucking weird watch. I just got done with it. And the film is so much more simple, yet confusing than I could have ever expected. I was like, what? Wait, what's happening? A strange film. Not in a bad way. That I'm excited to talk about. I have heard of the Blues Brothers, yes. I'm familiar. Yeah, the film was not what I expected at all. I went in obviously expecting the romantic comedy drama aspects, obviously. What I didn't expect was how surreal this film was. It's so surreal. the way these characters talk, this is a PTA movie, the way these characters talk, the way they interact with the environment, the choices that they make. I went in expecting it to be a very straightforward film. I thought it was just going to be a dramatic rom-com. But then you have, like, this world that is just inhabited by these characters who don't talk normally, who don't interact normally, who don't express their emotions normally. It was the same thing that, like, put me off with Severance at first. Like, the way they talk in Severance is kind of the way they talk in this film. Everything is so matter-of-fact. And everything is so secular and... Is that the right way of putting it? Secular? Oh, don't say my game crashed. Uh-oh. That's not a good start. Oh, it didn't. Let's go. The PC's going to be a little laggy. That's fine. I'm going to close Tidal. Don't need Tidal open. And I'll close Opera for now. Don't need it until I end the stream. Secular means not religious. What's the word I'm thinking of? I must not be thinking of secular then. Does secular mean non-religious? I always thought that word meant something completely... Oh, hello. Oh, the lag. Oh, my PC's gonna shit itself. That's what happens with these late night streams. It gets kind of hot down here. Intersectional, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna mute my teammates just in case. I don't want to be hearing N-words down the mic while I'm trying to talk about PTA. A big thing for this movie was how none of the choices that the characters make particularly make any sense. Adam Sandler's character is very obviously being portrayed as like an autistic guy. It's pretty obvious. Adam Sandler is playing an autistic guy with, who has anger issues added on top of that. He doesn't pick up on social cues. He's brutally honest. And it's like this heightened version of autism where he literally is in a constant state of confusion and anger. And it's being paired with all of these people who are either the same as him or the complete fucking opposite and are overly friendly. There are a handful of characters in this film that are kind of played straight as normal people, like the sex workers. They are like the only people in this film who act like normal fucking people. Everyone else is like this wild, fucking impossible to read and simultaneously very easy to read just figure in the film. And again, the way these characters play off of each other, there's a certain sense of security in the honesty between these characters, because it sets none of them up as being like liars or like you can't trust anybody. But it's also uncomfortable in that fact because you're like, everyone's being so brutally honest, and the awkward conversations, the uncomfortable situations they find themselves in because of that. What the How did none of my shots hit? I was looking right at the guy. Crosshair on him. Anyway. Might have been a bot. They might have extra HP or something like that. My crosshair was pointed at that guy, by the way. My crosshair was on him. Anyway. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought a bit there. I guess I'll take it from the top. So the film opens with Adam Sandler's character just having this conversation about some business stuff. He's talking on the phone, just having a chat with somebody, getting some like shit set up. I forget specifically what the conversation was about. It's nothing important. We just kind of... this first opening scene is just literally introductory piece. It's like, here's Adam Sandler's character, and then Emily Watson's character shows up, and she's, you know, doing the thing where she's fucking pretending her car broke down so that she can come and meet him for the first time. And it's just immediately you can kind of tell something's up with her. She's kind of panicking, freaking out a little bit. She's like, hey, is my car going to be safe with you? Please tell me my car's going to be safe and shit like that. It's a very strange conversation. The film kind of drops you right in with the weird shit, with these two characters having the most weird, anxious conversation and playing it as straight as possible. You believe he's meant to have social anxiety disorder? I mean, definitely that as well. You could tell he freaks the fuck out anytime he's interacting with anybody in this film. And one thing I really enjoy about this film is the way that everything kind of matters. I kind of found myself like picking up on details that were like, oh wow, everything that's kind of said throughout this film really does matter. All of the details are important. And I'm sure there's some I missed that I would look back on and be like, oh, that happened, and then, you know, it gets resolved later. It's a film that's very interconnected with itself, despite feeling so disjointed, because the timeline of this film is so fucking weird. Big stretches of time will pass, and it's played off like 10 seconds. Like the very final scene where he confronts Philip Seymour Hoffman's character in a completely different state, and then he shows up at work. Obviously, that there's like, at the bare minimum, a day or two in between these events. And it's played off like he literally just ran home and got there in like 10 minutes. It's so strange in the way that it plays with time like that. It does that multiple times throughout the film, where there's clearly a big stretch of time between two things happening, and it's played off like a long time. And even the scene where he first goes to... I'm already forgetting her name. His girl's house. What's her name? Is it Linny or Vinny? Something like that. The first time he goes to her her apartment, and, you know, there's the scene where she says, I wanted to kiss you, and then he goes back and he's running back and forth down the halls, and it's implied that he's running back and forth for hours. And then the end of the scene plays it off like, oh no, it's literally been like the amount of time you've seen on screen. It's been like 20 seconds max. It's really weird the way the film fucks with your perception of time and how much time is passing in the moment. If you're a stickler for logic, the film isn't going to make the most sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense that, you know, this gang of brothers would keep going after him after the first time, even after he made that fucking phone call. It doesn't make sense that he can afford that fucking trip to Hawaii after he, you know, gave them all of his fucking money. It doesn't, like, there's stuff like that that's like plot holes that I feel like are so intentionally thrown in there to throw you off. Stuff that, if you stop and think about it, doesn't make any sense, but it just kind of adds to this surrealist world that you're put in. And there's so many random little things that are thrown in there that don't matter. Like, the purple suit doesn't matter. But it's such a focus, like, such a focal point of the film is the purple suit. When in actuality, if it was removed from the film, it wouldn't make a difference. So many things like that where the most important details are shown to you in these brief spurts, and the, like, background details are treated with so much care and so much purpose. And I found that to be a very interesting thing to pick up on getting towards the back half of the film, assuming that all of these unimportant details were going to become a big thing later, and they never did. And all of these little things ended up really mattering. And that's also where I found my problem with this film. I enjoyed this film a lot. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. I would give it an 8.2, 8.3 out of 10. I think I did enjoy the film a good bit. I enjoyed the film a lot, I would even say. 8 out of 10, a lot. But I don't think it is flawless. I don't think it's all that. I think that this film can kind of at points, yeah, it's so all over the place, and it's so tonally inconsistent. Take my mic. It's so tonally strange. Like, it's a comedy film that isn't funny. It's a romance film where I don't care about the romance. It's a thriller that's not very thrilling. But the thing that makes it work is it's a character piece where I really care about the characters. That's what makes it work. But for its genres, it doesn't do well in any of them. Intentionally, probably. But I don't know. While that does make for an interesting film to watch, absolutely, it doesn't make for one that I feel like I'm going to think about all that much. There's no jokes that stand out to me. I did not care about the romance. I cared just more about the characters, more so than their relationship, like our two leads. I love the performances. Adam Sandler gives one of his best. Emily Watson's fantastic in this film. Of course, the handful of scenes that Philip Seymour Hoffman get, he's great in it, obviously. Even like a side character like Luis Guzman's character, where he's just so goofy, he's so fun, he's so likable as this just disgruntled co-worker who's like trying to help. You know, just fun characters like that really got me invested in the film. But a lack of anything else for me to cling on to. I found myself at multiple points genuinely feeling kind of bored. Like, not particularly thinking like, oh man, I'm really invested to see how these two are going to make up and fall in love. I'm, really excited to see what the next big joke's going to be. I'm really excited to see where this brother storyline is going to go. I didn't give a shit about any of that. I was just like, oh, fun. I'm going to get to spend an hour and a half with some of these cool weirdo characters. And that was it, really. That was the whole draw of the film for me. And of course, I did give the film an 8 out of 10 because I think that the characters are that endearing. I was able to put aside all of the problems that I had with the film to such an extent because the characters were that fun to watch and learn about. Particularly Adam Sandler, kind of learning about what his issues are, seeing the way he reacts to certain things, watching him finally stand up for himself at the end of the film properly, kicking the shit out of the four brothers and, squaring up to the Philip Seymour Hoffman fucking gang leader. That stuff was incredibly fun to see. And all of the growth, the way these characters grow to interact with each other, learn more about each other. It's very fun in that regard. But man, on a plot level, I cannot say I was invested at a single point. Genuinely not once did I care about how the story was going to unfold. I didn't feel any danger for these characters. I knew exactly the way the film was going to end. It was going to end with him having this big square-up moment, and then him, going off and being in love with Emily Watson. And that's fine. It's okay for a film to be predictable if it's executed well. But there wasn't that dramatic hook. There was nothing for me to latch onto and be like, okay, that's the big draw. I understand. And I just kind of wish that there was that, you know? So that's my big negative out of the way, is that the film, as a story, is simply uninteresting to me. But I do appreciate the world that we get put into. It took some getting adjusted to. When the film kicked off, I was like, what the why are they talking like that? What was going on? Then I kind of realized what was happening. I was like, okay, this is meant to be a weird, bizarre world that they inhabit. No one is talking to each other like a normal human being. I understand. So as that progressed and I kind of got used to it, I was like, okay. Wasn't there a coupon hoarding plot line? It's some weird... It's weird shit like that. I also feel draws people to the movie, like the actions feel weirdly erratic. Yeah, he was doing a thing. It was the flight mileage or something like that. He had a thing for flight mileage, and he said that it might as well be used as currency. How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up? Wow. Literally, one of the most standout lines in this film is him talking to I can't remember any of the characters' names. The film just ended, and I don't remember any. The lead, Adam Sandler is Barry. The love interest is something like Immy, Evie, something beginning with I. I don't remember Luis Guzman's name. I don't remember any of his sisters' names. I remember one of the sex workers is called Georgia. And it's weird, because I remember thinking in my head, like, wow, these characters say each other's names a lot. Every time they address each other, it's with their names. And I still don't remember their names. But yeah, to get back into the positives, I love the world that this film inhabits. It's very whimsical. Even when these characters are being, like, fucked over, even when, you know, Adam Sandler's having a generational crash out because, you know, his sisters are being mean to him, or like he has this gang of brothers after him, or the stuff with the sex worker over the call. Even when he's having a generational crash out, it's still... the entire world still feels so pleasant. There's something so disarming about this world where, like, even the worst things that happen are just, like, things that flesh out where we are, things that flesh out how people behave in this world. There was such a sense of discovery in even the most unfortunate circumstances in this film. It's incredibly rose-tinted. Even something as simple as Adam Sandler getting lost and not knowing which number the love interest's apartment was, and him running around the halls for what feels like 20 minutes, just feels so joyous. Like, it was like, genuinely lovely to just spend time in this strange place where people are simultaneously miserable but so optimistic and so full of joy and wonder. I don't know, in that regard, I think that I was able to put off a lot of my issues with the film on a plot level. Now, the events of the film are a little hazy to me. And because I didn't care about the plot, I wasn't paying attention. Well, not that I wasn't paying attention, but it's difficult for me to recall what happened. Nothing happens in this film. Well, not nothing happens, but outside of, like, a handful of scenes, nothing exciting happens in this movie. It's all very standard, mundane shit. He goes to work. He meets this lady who is, you know, getting her car fixed, as she tells him. He goes home, he phones a sex worker. He wakes up the next day, she calls him back asking for money. Then it's like he just goes back about his day regularly. I do like the stress that's built in the second day that he's at work. Him trying to juggle the conversation with the sex worker, the conversation with his sister and her friend, who turns out to be the lady from the beginning of the film. All of the stuff going wrong at his work, like shit falling over and stuff like that. I think that that scene is one of the biggest standouts and one of the most memorable for me, because it was fun to get to see how he... Because we have the party scene before that, where he kind of crashes out and breaks the window because everyone is making jokes about him. And then how he, under that immense pressure, though, will stay completely calm, doesn't really give a shit, and just wants to get his work done. I think that was one of the few moments where I was invested in, like, oh, like, what is the story of this film going to be? Because we've just been shown this character who will freak the fuck out at something as simple as people making a joke about him, but then we'll have literally the most stressful day at work and not care. Let me try and think. Let me go through like the different plot lines. So we have it's kind of two plots going on in this film at once. We have him with all of the shit that's going on at work and him trying to make the time to be around this lady. Of course, at first he rejects going to breakfast with her, and then he chooses to go on a dinner date with her. Returns to her place. You have the whole scene where he says goodbye, is beating himself up about what he said, and then she's like, I wanted to kiss you back there, and then you get the iconic scene of him running through the halls. And then our other plot line is this this gang plot line, the four brothers, the four blonde brothers, or whatever the fuck they're called. My teammate is just a complete fucking spastic, I guess. Can see my name tag through the door, opens the door and shoots me. Yeah, you have that plot line where it starts with him phoning the sex worker, her phoning the next day, wanting money from him, and he's just kind of like, no, I don't have enough money to give you. I'm sorry. And then she starts demanding it, saying that, you know, she can tell whoever she wants. Brings up him lying about his girlfriend and shit. Only for him to then get hunted down. Philip Seymour Hoffman sends off this gang of brothers to go beat him up, and they do. Get this fun scene of him like running around scared around the streets. And then that plot line is just kind of abandoned until the third act. Remember, this isn't the Killing House anymore. Like, after that happens, it's just kind of like he's given them the money, and then they don't really show up until it's like a conversation he has. I think it's over the phone in the third act, because he finally gains some confidence after winning over this girl, if I remember correctly, and he kind of just phones up the sex worker. He's like, hey, you know, what happened was like completely fucking unacceptable. I think he was literally just like demanding an apology or something like that, and she was like, I don't know, he was threatening to call the police and shit like that. Fuck. And that kind of leads to this whole thing where he literally loses his mind on the phone. He's like, I demand to speak to your supervisor. And she's like, I don't fucking have a supervisor. You talk to this guy. Gets Philip Seymour Hoffman on the phone, and he's just kind of like, hey, fuck you. I don't care. You can't do shit. I will send them back after you to beat the shit out of you. You're dead. And then you get the scene where they crash into him when he finally gets back from Hawaii. He beats up all the brothers. Goes on this massive fucking hunt for Philip Seymour Hoffman. Goes across the country to a completely different state. I think he's in California, and he has to go to Utah or something like that. I don't live in the States. I don't know where the states are located, so I do not know how far of a trek that is. But yeah, he goes on that big ass journey, kicks the shit out of him, and that's that. Well, it doesn't kick the shit out of him, actually. No, he has just a conversation with him. He threatens to kick the shit out of him, like twice. And then he kind of backs down and leaves. I didn't like how that wrapped up. I didn't like how that was just so... He just shows up, shouts at him, and leaves. I was like, oh, that's it? That's our big wrap-up to the main conflict of the film, is that he just shows up. They have literally less than a minute's worth of dialogue with each other, and it's over. Like, he goes home, brings the piano to a fucking apartment that he... The piano, I've not even mentioned the piano. The piano stuff is, like, so fucking random, but I kind of love it. For him, it's a win. I guess it's a moment of character growth where he didn't just instinctively go to beating the shit out of him. I don't know. It just felt like this is the one character we've seen who we'd like to see get the shit kicked out of him. And then, you know, he doesn't. It's like, okay, I understand that you want a moment of character growth, but it feels a little... Like, why? This hasn't necessarily been a film about these characters growing into changed people. Adam Sandler... Oh, sorry, I should try and call them by their characters' names. Barry... From what I can think, that's the only moment of growth he really has. Like, from near the beginning of the film, he's going for this girl. And he, like, starts making plans, going to Hawaii with her, makes this plan to surprise her. You know, it really does feel like just all of a sudden, oh, I guess he's not violent anymore? Okay. That felt very weird, and it didn't feel like we needed that final scene. He already threatened him over the phone. And I guess if he wasn't going to actually go and get revenge, what was the point? I don't know. That was just a moment that I felt could have been more. The final moments of the film are fine. He brings the piano over to Emily Watson's place. The point was him being able to control himself, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, at the end, he brings the piano over to Emily Watson's place. He's like, I'm sorry I left you at the hospital, because obviously she was in the car crash when it happened, and she had hurt her head or whatever. It's like, I'm so sorry I left you at the hospital. I had to go take care of some stuff, but I'm back now. You know, can we be all good? And then they just kind of make up. And the film closes with a shot of her on his back, which became like one of the posters for the film, I think. When looking up a poster to put on the thumbnail, that was... a lot of the pictures that came up were that image on a poster, so... I guess that's became a piece of iconography for this film. Fucking hell. And yeah, the film just kind of ends on that note, where it's like, they're together, they live happily ever after, and I was like, really? The last thing I expected from this film was a happy ending. Because the film has set itself up so strongly as being depressed characters going through serious shit, inhabiting the most whimsical, rose-tinted glasses, surrealist world. And I was just kind of expecting the film to end on a more dour note, but it ends full on, like, you know, the hero gets the girl. He stood up to the bad guy. It ends like a fairy tale. You know, it'd be nice if my teammates would swing with me. It was just unexpected, I suppose. And I don't know if I'd necessarily would have preferred a sad ending. I don't know how they would have done a sad ending. But they did the most expected one. It was like, okay, this is what you're expecting to happen. You're expecting him to square up to him and fall in love with her. And then that's what actually happens. It's like, oh. I was expecting some big fucking twist, but I guess not. I guess not. I don't really know what else there is to talk about. This is an incredibly simple movie. I wasn't expecting it to be so either. I was expecting this film to have way more moving parts. I thought this was going to be like a big think piece. What do I think about Adam Sandler's performance? I think it's great. I think it's one of the strongest aspects about the film on the whole. Is the way that Adam Sandler is able to tone down his weirdo presence and... Well, sorry, not necessarily tone it down, but do something different with it. Usually he plays these very out there, super pronounced characters that are very bombastic, have like larger than life presences, and here he is just like a guy who's kind of awkward. Has a goofy voice, like a lot of Sandler characters do. Says some outrageous shit, like a lot of Adam Sandler characters do. The big thing is obviously his temper, but the temper was surprisingly grounded. Like, it wasn't him actually going fucking insane. Like, the scene in the bathroom like is about as like heightened as it gets, where he like destroys some shit in the bathroom. And even then, that feels like surprisingly grounded for a Sandler character. In any other film, he would have ended up fucking killing somebody or something like that. But no, here they tone it back, and I appreciate PTA getting the seriousness out of the goofy with Adam Sandler here. His anger issues, they're funny in the moment, but they're not played strictly for laughs. They're like laughs that you then think about and you're like, oh damn it, you know, I do feel sorry for this guy just being absolutely unable to control his anger and function in social situations. I appreciated that aspect. I think Sandler gave one of my favorite performances I've seen from him, absolutely. I think that his chemistry with Emily Watson as well was solid. I didn't fully buy them. It feels a little... Again, I think that's meant to be part of it, is that it's kind of like this fantasy, not meant to be the most realistic. I have yet to see Benny Safdie's Uncut Gems. But I know what happens in that film. I've had it spoiled for me, so there's part of me that doesn't want to watch it, because I'm like, man, I know what happens. I feel like a lot of that film, like, the enjoyment you get is, like, seeing all of the twists and turns, because there's some crazy shit that happens in that film. But I fucking know what happens. I've just had it spoiled for me since it's been out for so long and has become such like an iconic film of the 2010s. It's really worth. It's an experience first. It's not about that. It's stressful. I'll give it a watch at some point. Absolutely. So yeah, were I to give a roundabout review of Punch Drunk Love, starring Adam Sandler, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, place it on my PTA ranking, which now has 2 movies in it. I would say this film is... It's a low 8 out of 10. I would say it's a great film. It's just not like one of the best films I've ever seen or anything like that. I think that this film thrives in its character work and really struggles in getting me invested in anything else. I don't care about the story. I don't care about the romance. I don't care about any of the jokes. I just think that it's more of an excuse to get to see Adam Sandler doing something fun and different, getting to spend some time in a truly surrealist world, like an almost Wes Anderson feeling world at points. but seeing these truly depressed and beaten down characters inhabit it. And that's the draw for me. Is it a very memorable film for me? No. Is it a film that I'm going to be thinking about in the same way that I've thought about one battle after another? No. But it's a film I'm very glad to have finally seen, because I finally understand what it is that draws people to the film. The very out there performances, the crazy world that you get to spend 90 minutes in. I understand. That's why the film gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Because I understood it. I just didn't fully... it wasn't fully on my wavelength. It was a little too... It's confusing basic. It's basically confusing. There we go. Just wish there was more for me to latch on to. I am excited, but Boogie Nights is the one that I'm excited to get to next. And also There Will Be Blood. Those are the two I'm the most excited for. I'm going through his entire filmography for this series, so... Yeah. That's my review of Punch Drunk Love. Comparing it to One Battle After Another, I think One Battle After Another is better in every way. I care way more about the story there. I think the characters there are even better. I was invested in everybody in One Battle After Another. I think that the politics of that film are fascinating. I think that all of the performances are immaculate. Leonardo DiCaprio is incredible in that film. Sean Penn as just this fucking weirdo soldier guy who you can never fully read, who in one breath you can feel wants to leave all of this behind, but in another breath is so drowned by pride and ego that he can't. Just a truly fascinating character with an incredible performance to back it up. Of course, you have other people in the film like Benicio del Toro, who is a great appearance. I forget who the actress playing Leonardo DiCaprio's daughter is in that film. She does fucking amazing. And the fact that the film is able to be 3 hours, it forces you to feel those 3 hours. But it still is such a breeze to get through, because it's just that fascinating of a film. Yeah, that's what makes that film work so much for me. Magnolia is a fascinating movie. I can't wait to get to the rest of his shit. There Will Be Blood is the one I'm most excited for. Getting some of that Daniel Day-Lewis, Paul Dano, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in There Will Be Blood, right? Is he in all of his films until he passed? He's in all of PTA's films until he passed, right? If I'm not mistaken. Originally, it was John C. Reilly that PTA was going to do that with, and then he kind of stopped casting him in films because he realized that John C. Reilly wasn't quite the right fit for all of his films. It really is a masterclass in pacing. That film, like, I felt how long it was, but I'm so glad I did. I'm so fucking glad that you feel how long that film is, because, oh my, just the experience of finally being done and the note that it ends on is like, damn, that was actually a 3-hour journey to get here. Holy shit. Like, we end in a similar place to where the film... not to where the film starts, but to where the actual main plot of the film kicks in before the super long prologue. We end in a very similar place. He's definitely in all of them until the Master. I don't know about that. Okay. Yeah, that film ends in such a similar place to where the main plot kicks off. With these characters still not safe. You know, this main general guy is dead that Sean Penn's playing, and you know, they don't have them after him anymore, but it's still implied that they are still in hiding and that people are still after them. Ends in such a similar place to where it starts, but it also feels like it's gone leaps and bounds in terms of where these characters are now. And also, the events of that film are just so fucking wild. The amount of memorable scenes, every scene that Benicio del Toro was in. I'd never seen Sean Penn in a film before either. I didn't know that he was like such an iconic actor until that film. And then I started getting a bunch of stuff recommended about him because obviously the film came out. Then everybody was talking about it, and I was like, oh shit. I didn't know he was like such an established piece of Hollywood. But no, he's been in so much shit. Yeah, so many incredibly memorable scenes. Every scene Benicio del Toro is in, he is just such a great piece of both comfort and comic relief in the film. He's this character that, kind of from the get-go, is the only character that you can 100% trust. There are lots of characters throughout the film that are like, oh, what's this person's deal? Who's this person going to turn out to be? He is the one character that the first scene is in, you're like, okay, that's like the fucking, yeah. It's not even just because it's him either. His writing is so good. It's his immediate disregard of any like questioning of what's happening. He's immediately just like, yeah, I'll help you. And it's like, oh, I feel like this guy's actually gonna turn out to not be a complete dick. And that's right. The last thing he does in the film is get arrested to fucking keep the police off of Leonardo DiCaprio's ass. And in a film that's so riddled with anxiety, in a film that you never know where it's going, it's nice having that one core. Yeah, he's doing the fucking dance while he's getting arrested. Yeah. What's up, Shiva? Shiva, have you seen Punch Drunk? Arcane is so fucking good. Arcane's so good. It's so good. It's so good. How much of it have you watched? I don't want to play League of Legends. Man. I remember I watched my ex-boyfriend play League of Legends a couple of times when I was on a Discord call with him. Look, he liked it. That shit looked so ass to me, though. I was like, wow. This is the type of thing that I would fucking hate. You don't hit that shot. Yeah, fucking pussy. You don't hit that shot. Fucking pussy. My AWP as well. Fuck. It's toxic, yeah. And it just doesn't look that fun. Like, the gameplay looks stale as fuck. But hey, he enjoyed it. I watched him play it and crash out at it. It has its audience. My fucking stupid teammate just flashed himself. How do you fumble that? Holy shit. Should be the easiest 2v1. How do you fumble that? I'm too young for the MOBA era. Yeah. But But yeah, Arcane, you're on episode 5. What was the last thing that happened? Just so I don't spoil things with you, because I'd like to discuss this with you. But I don't want to spoil anything, because I've watched all of it. And, oh, it's so good! Yeah, if I can imagine Dragons actually not only doing the soundtrack, but having a cameo. Shit's so ass. There's better songs, okay? Chivo, in Season 2, the 21 Pilots song that they did for it, I'm convinced you will enjoy it. Have you heard it? Yeah, Imagine Dragons did the opening theme. Fucking, oh, the misery, that fucking song. That's the Arcane theme. I'm dead. Never mind. I'm the best. Okay, no warning that someone's there. Yeah, that's the... Haven't heard the other song? Okay, 21 Pilots didn't do the theme for Season 2. It's still the Imagine Dragons one. That's... I was going to say spoiler. That's not a spoiler. No, but they have a song in one of the later episodes of Season 2, and it's like... one of their best songs. It's so good. I think it's, besides Misery, the biggest song to come out of the show. Like, that song kind of went crazy after the Game Awards performance. Everyone fell in love with that song. Like, they did a performance of the song's called The Line. They did it at the Game Awards. And it kind of blew up after that, because it's genuinely probably the best performance that the band have done. Tyler Joseph's vocals, wild. He doesn't know he's up against Trevor Tonguenbottom. Fuck off, you mug. Oh. Fuck. What's my actual next PTA? Probably There Will Be Blood. I'm doing them in order of which ones I'm personally the most interested in. I don't care about chronology. Look, I understand you're gonna miss out on the evolution of the director. You're gonna. I don't care. Lots of people are gonna complain about that. I know, but I really don't care. I just want to get to the ones that I'm the most excited about. There Will Be Blood is a film that I have been wanting to watch for years at this point, and I don't want to have to wait to watch 2 more movies before I get to it. So that'll be the next one I dive into. Of course, starring Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Dano. Who else is in that film? Again, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, his films don't follow chronology in terms of quality, yeah. Like, people, Inherent Vice is everyone's, like, least favorite, and I know that's one of his more recent films. He jumped that. That's I've never seen anyone jump that. And the fact that his bloom rewarded him is crazy. The reason no one jumps that is because no one's stupid enough, because the bloom is so shit when you land off a jump. But he did it and got lucky enough to triple headshot me. That's crazy. Holy fucking aura, ace as well. God, this guy's got the team on his fucking back. That's aura. I'm going to be honest, the only thing I'm interested in about Inherent Vice is the Johnny Greenwood score. Johnny Greenwood scores are pretty fucking peak. Like, his score for One Battle After Another, so good. I didn't do a video on One Battle After Another, did I? I only did The Long Walk. A big thing I would mention about One Battle After Another is Jonny Greenwood's score being, like, fucking amazing. It's so plucky and weird. Lots of weird, like, stabs. And the way Jonny Greenwood kind of plays with a lot of, like, percussive sounds with his melodic instruments. It's a very strange score. A very surreal score. That I feel like just literally matches the film absolutely perfectly. Like, lots of great string swells, of course. He's able to make the epic scenes feel epic. But then you get something like the chase scene where it's just so plucky. Or the scene of the guy when you're introduced to the fucking, what was it, the Santa's Helpers, the Christmas Club, whatever the fuck they're called. And it's just such a weird, oddball, fucking goofy-ass instrumental on top of it. It's so fun. So I'm very excited to see Jonny Greenwood's score for Inherit Vice. Did he also do The Master, I want to say? I know he's done 3 PTA films. I don't know if he did... Fuck. I don't know if he did... Licorice Pizza as well. You're at the part where Vi gets saved by Caitlyn. Trying to remember where that is. He's done all of them after... Oh, all of them after Punch Drunk. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. That's exciting. She gets stabbed in the chest. Shit, my memory of season 1 must be really foggy. I genuinely don't remember where that is. So, I don't know. Let me know when you're done with it, because when you're done with it, then I can start diving into spoilers and shit. I need to be very careful because I don't remember where that is, and I don't want to say anything. Why are you still fucking hiding in spawn? Oh, get fucked. Yeah, I don't want to say anything. Because, oh, what we talk about Arcane, a very, very good animated show that I watched last year. Oh, Phantom Thread. I know that's another one that people talk about a lot in terms of Jonny Greenwood scores. Yes, the Imagine Dragons show. Don't let the Imagine Dragons define it for you, though. Don't let the Imagine Dragons be your selling point. The show is very good. They just chose a dog shit theme song. It's really fucking good. Imagine Dragons is the only cringe you get out of it. Some bad songs, okay? There's also some great songs in the soundtrack. 21 Pilots did The Line, and it's like one of their most beloved songs because it's legitimately an incredible fucking piece of that soundtrack. I heard the song when it released, and I was like, "Oh, this song's good. I like it." It's like I gave it like a high 7 or a low 8, and then hearing it in context of the show, I was like, "Holy shit, that is stunning." Wow. legitimately has become, like, in my opinion, one of their absolute best songs. A breathtaking, emotional piece. So good. Fuck. Bad songs will never stop you from liking a piece of media. You love Elvis movies. Valid. Yeah, but, like, you know, Imagine Dragons never stopped me from loving Arcane and some of the other fucking soundtrack songs that were terrible. Thank you very much. It's in the episode link. Take a look in a sec. Fuck. Was no one watching that? Well, I'm not going to be getting a kill on last round. Unlock it unless we win this round. Which we will not. It's a 1v2. And I don't have faith in this guy. That's a nice Ursus Doppler right there. At least I get to look at a nice, I think it's Blue Gem Ursus Doppler. It's a nice thing to look at before losing the game. Here it goes. And my teammate dies in 3, 2, what? And he's flex. It's not Blue Gem, never mind. It's definitely not Blue Gem. It's not all the way blue, but still. It's a good knife. Gotta put some respect on a good knife. It's probably worth a decent bit of money. But anyway, no. Next PTA I'm going to watch will be There Will Be Blood. In terms of the cinema, I would like to go and watch Predator Badlands. Maybe some point this week. Maybe Saturday. Monday and Tuesday, lots of editing I got to do. Wednesday, going to stream. Thursday, if I don't have the video done by then, I'm going to have to... That was a moving auto-fire triple headshot. Why does everyone on the team get the luckiest fucking bloom? Yeah. Thursday, I'm going to have to watch Stranger Things and probably get more editing done, because I don't know if I'm going to have the Kanye video done by then, because green screen makes the videos a lot more work than they would be. The green screen just... Last time you were at the cinema was when Oppenheimer released. Damn. So, what, 2 years? Holy shit. Yeah, me and my friends are planning on watching Avatar in IMAX. Obviously, because who isn't going to watch Avatar in fucking IMAX? James Cameron's visual masterpiece, inventing new motion capture technology for underwater, just so that he can get shots as beautiful as that. You know, James Cameron was originally meant to direct Jurassic Park. He was going to make it a very adult, incredibly gory horror film. And he said he was so glad he didn't get the job because Steven Spielberg made a perfect movie, whereas he would have made a solid horror movie. And I was like, honestly fucking valid. Wow. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with the Ringo movie, dude. Is it going to be like a really depressing character piece about his relationship with his wife or something? Is that what the Ringo movie's going to be? That's the only thing I can think of. Because what the fuck else are you going to do? Ringo is like George, Paul, and John. Easy. What the fuck do you make a movie about? And again, I'm not shitting on Ringo. I'm not shitting on Ringo, okay? Objectively, he is the least interesting of the bunch. What the fuck can you do? Especially in relation to the Beatles. That motherfucker was there. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be about. Exactly, it's gonna have to be about him and his wife, surely. Because there's nothing else you can fucking make it about. By the way, if we draw this game, that is funny. If we 12 and 12 this, and we waste their time that much for it to be a draw, that is comedy gold. Need to make sure we're locked in. His life did not get interesting until after the Beatles. When did the stuff with his wife happen? Was that during the time with the Beatles? Maybe it's after the Beatles? I don't think so. I think they might do some... Unless they do the entire lives of the Beatles. Unless it is literally each of them are getting a story about their entire fucking lives. That was in the 80s? Yeah. Surely it has to be their entire lives. Or else they're literally just going to need to make Ringo's like a fucking surrealist comedy or something. They might... I would prefer that. I don't want it to just be the Beatles in the time of the Beatles. With John Lennon, I want to see what goes on after the Beatles. With George Harrison, I want to see what goes on after the Beatles. Ringo, you've got nothing to fucking do if you don't go after the Beatles. Everything takes place up until the end of the Beatles. The Ringo film's gonna be so fucking mid. They got nothing. Unless there's some shit that we don't know about. We drew. That's fucking hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. GG's. That's funny. They had like a 5-round lead on us. They needed one more round to win, and then we won 5 back to back to back to make it a draw. Still the one you're going to first? The fucking quad feature is going to go insane. All 4 of those films that are probably going to be like 2 hours each. Back to back to back. Yeah, I'm checking Discord. The episode is called Everybody Wants to Be My Enemy. Cringe. Rogue Enforcer, Caitlyn, tools the Undercity alongside Vi. Oh. Oh, I see. It's this episode. It's my viewing order? I don't fucking know, dude. I guess in order of the Beatles that I'm interested in from most to least, so it would be Paul, John and George are neck and neck, and then Ringo last. Maybe the trailers can sway that. Maybe the trailers... Maybe I'll see the fucking Ringo trailer and think, wow, cinema. But, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta go Ringo first. Man, I don't want to fucking watch the Ringo one first. Anyway, there we go. I've rated Punch Drunk Love. I'll start a list for PTA movies on Letterboxd. Start a new list. PTA. Ranked list. Add a one battle after another. Punch Drunk Love. Oh, no. Save. There we go. Run up the letterbox, by the way, if you haven't yet. We out here reviewing films like Frankenstein and The Dead Poets Society and Good Will Hunting, one battle after another. Billy Madison, an Adam Sandler classic. Happy Gilmore 2. Not an Adam Sandler classic, I'm afraid. 28 Years Later is out in January, man. I'm going to be going to the cinema a lot next year. Let me look up 2026 movies. 2026 movies. And see how many I'm going to go watch. So, no, fucking maybe, yes, absolutely yes, no, obviously, maybe, genuinely maybe. I think this film's probably going to be shit. The Michael Jackson film will probably be fucking dog shit. Because they're going to have to fucking... They're not going to be able to... They're going to have to fucking fence it. They're going to really have to fence it. And I don't want that to be the case, but... I'm interested. Yep. I'm going to get dragged along to this shit by my friends. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to get dragged along to this shit. I don't care about The Devil Wears Prada. Yeah. No. I've watched the previous two Jumanji films. They're fine. The first one's good. The second one's okay. Maybe I'll watch this one if the trailer interests me enough. Fine enough. Serviceable blockbusters with a fun cast. Maybe. Yes! Fuck yeah, I'm watching this. I'll give it a try, but I don't have faith in it being that good. After all the shit that's come out about it. Not a big fucking Masters. I can't believe they're doing the Masters of the Universe movie. That's so funny. Yep. This comes out in January. I'm excited about this. With where 28 Years Later left off. Of course, this is being directed by Nia DaCosta. Yep, they're doing a He-Man movie. They have to. They have to, Chivo. And I think that Paul and Ringo would want them to. I think that Paul and Ringo would really, really like need them to do that. I think that they wouldn't allow the films to happen if they just made it look glossy and perfect. Werewolf, this is the one that Aaron Taylor Johnson is in, where he is playing said werewolf. I'm kind of excited about this. I forget who's directing this. Robert Eggers. Yeah, Robert Eggers. Ralph Ineson, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, and Lily Rose Depp. Four incredible. Like, this is even just these four. Those are names that you put them in a film and I'm excited. Lily Rose Depp, of course, from Nosferatu. That's her most like notable recent role. Willem Dafoe is Willem Dafoe. Aaron Taylor Johnson is hit or miss, but I feel like when he hits, he really fucking hits. And then Ralph Ineson, I fucking love Ralph Ineson so much. The Mandalorian I'm going to have to catch up on seasons 2 and 3 of The Mandalorian, which I haven't watched. Because season 1 was just okay in my opinion, but sure, it's a Star Wars movie. I'm going to show up for a Star Wars movie. I don't have high hopes, but I will show up for a Star Wars movie. I don't know what Judy is. I don't know what Send Help is. Don't know what Reminders of Him is. A new fucking Meet the Fockers movie. Ew. Gross. Supergirl. I thought Supergirl was coming out in 2027. Huh. Cold Storage. Oh, I saw the trailer for that. That looks... Yeah. Greenland 2. Most unnecessary fucking sequel of all time. Peaky Blinders movie. I've not watched Peaky Blinders, so... That's something. That's some shit I'm gonna need to get on. There's a Return of the Living Dead movie coming out. Huh. The fucking Charlie XCX movie, knowing fucking new Kevin James film, the animated film Goat. There's a Last Airbender movie coming out. Shit. And Clayface, which don't know if this film's still happening. There's a decent amount of films that I want to watch next year. Biggest ones that are like absolute must-sees for me are The Odyssey, Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man. Michael, I'll say, is a must-watch just to see how much of a train wreck it is. Toy Story 5, even though a lot of people aren't going to be interested in that. Dune Part 3. And I think, and 28 Years Later. Those are the films that I'm 100% going to see all of these. And probably Star Wars as well, even though I don't think it's going to be good. There's some other stuff that I'm interested in. But those are the ones where I'm like, yes, those are films I'm going to see no matter what. Okay, I think that's it. Go watch The Birdcage. Starring Nathan Lane, Robin Williams, Hank Azaria, Gene Hackman, Diane Wiest. Wiest? I don't know how you say her last name. Any series? What series are coming out next year? The Boys is coming out next year. Invincible's coming out next year. Daredevil Season 2 is coming out next year. All superhero stuff, I know. I don't know what series are coming out yet. 2026 TV series. It's giving me fucking films again. I wanna see TV shows. The fuck is this? I don't know. Best upcoming TV shows 2026. The Boys, The Witcher I don't care about, Wednesday I don't care about, Dexter I don't care about. The Bear! I'm so excited for the next season of The Bear. Season 3 was mid. Season 4, pretty good. I'm never going to say no to more of The Bear. You guys got to watch The Bear. Oh, bro, there's that episode in Season 2, and it's not like the most obvious one. There's an episode where it's focused on Ebon Moss-Bachrach's character for a whole episode, and that shit nearly had me in tears. One of the most beautiful fucking episodes of television ever. This show's so fucking good. Watch The Bear if you haven't. Some shit I want to get on. I'm like a Darth Maul series. It's got Sam Witwer in it. I like Sam Witwer. Daredevil. I'm excited for Daredevil. Watched the Muppets movie a while ago. It's so peak. I've not seen the Muppets movie in forever, dude. I want to get into Shrinking. People really like Shrinking. Jason Segel, Harrison Ford. I don't know why Harrison Ford isn't listed here. Like, they've got fucking Harrison Ford in that TV show. You want to fucking promote that with Harrison Ford. I don't give a shit about Euphoria. I don't give a shit about Ted Lasso. Don't care about Bridgerton. The Last of Us. Season 2 was okay. Handful of good episodes. Lots of not good episodes. Most of it's fine. It's fine. See where it goes in Season 3. Lanterns. Stranger Things is not ending in 2026. It's ending this year. Spider Noir. I'm kind of interested in this. Fucking Nicolas Cage doing his noir espionage Spider-Man show. Wonder Man. It's meant to be like Marvel's fucking HBO Max style show that's apparently like the studio if it had superheroes in it. It's probably not going to be good, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, bro, if Severance Season 3 comes out next year, I don't know, suck my own cock on camera or something. There's no way that shit's coming out next year. Too big a gap between Seasons 1 and 2, but whenever Season 3 comes out, I am on that shit. Vision Quest, Alien Earth, Welcome to Derry, Star City, Blue Eye Samurai, Cast of Eden, Seven Sisters. Can I look at the score for the Muppets movie? What, on Letterboxd? Oh, I misspelled the word movie. Whoops. The one from 1979. Jim Henson, Frank Oz, Jerry Nelson, Richard Hunt. Those are some recognizable names. 4 out of 5. People I follow seem to like it. Both Shay Frillis and Karsten giving it a 7 out of 10. Zoe giving it a 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. Fucking Orson Welles being in this movie. That's so funny. Yeah, people like the Muppets movie. Do you know what people like even more, though? SpongeBob. This has a slightly lower rating, but this film is genuinely one of the best animated films of all time. Like, I say that 100% unironically. This is one of the best animated movies of all time. It's crazy how well this film holds up. It's so fucking good. It's so funny. I've heard The Rainbow Connection. No. If any of you haven't watched the SpongeBob movie, do yourself a favor and listen to this shit. It's a song. I'll look it up. Rainbow Connection. Oh, why are there so many songs about rainbows? Yeah. I've heard that, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, watch this if you haven't. Do yourself a favor. Mr. Lawrence is in this film. Who the fuck does he play? Oh, he plays... Oh, he plays... Oh, sorry, I was mixing him up with fucking Larry the Cable Guy. Jesus Christ. Scarlett Johansson is in this film as Mindy. God, this film's so good. It's so good. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go to bed now. It's 5 in the morning. I'm going to get some snoozing going. And I don't know, maybe a gaming stream tomorrow if I end up watching fucking what's it called? If I end up watching There Will Be Blood tomorrow night, I'll do another stream or record a video for it. We will see about that. But anyway, Chivo, Shaden, DHD Bling, thank you 3 for being here. Listening to me blabber about some movies and TV shows for a bit. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, well, today, at some point.